welcome to Let's Play DarkSeeker. Now, I've started this video again because I ran into numerous bugs when I reloaded the save game to continue from where I left off in the original playthrough. The elevators, every time I pushed the button for the elevators, the game would abort to Windows. So I think there are quite a few bugs in this that people might not have picked up through if they've not been reloading the game rather. So I'm just going to be playing this hopefully in one go. I kind of know what to do now, so hopefully it shouldn't take as long as it did before. But anyway. Here's that quote from Carl Jung. So just to recap, this is a total conversion of Jedi Knight by Edward and Zero. And the logs were written by me. So we're just starting again. And I kind of know what I'm doing this time round. I'll try and explore all the places if I can. But I already know what's going on. The seed grew before it was planted. 6 test subjects of varying nationality, hand-picked by the board, were delivered to me 3 years and 11 months ago. And once again, it's nearly time for our annual review. So what to say to them this time? When I came to this laboratory, I thought I'd seen it all. I'd seen military action replaced by military research. The moment-to-moment breath of battle has been mapped onto the insides of men's eyes. Now they see the information that tracks their progress between blinks. They are placed as a spot or a speck in a war. Kill to skill. I used to say to my science team that this was my metaphor for the impact of virtual reality on combat. But now, it seems, it is the reality of war. My metaphor was the mass nightmare that became true. The investors want a product, I'll give them what they want. So, these logs just flesh out the background of what was going on in this abandoned laboratory. Now I remember from my playthrough before that there was a flashlight. Somewhere on this floor, I believe. There we go.
Audio log, Dr. Carl Reiner. I've decided to voice my words to tape, since I can't believe my own eyes. That girl, Annie, such terrible things that have occurred. Such terrible accidents, all since her arrival here. My staff is afraid, and the truth is so am I. Such horrible things that she has done. Or is it her? That girl. Das Mädchen. Das Mädchen ist ein Demon.
Okay, so you've probably picked up from now that it's a little girl. Very much like F.E.A.R, very much like some of the J-horror, The Ring, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully it won't be so formulaic that you get to predict everything. Okay, so I have a flashlight. This note here. Dear Diary, I nearly ran over that damn bear again last night, out in the parking lot with the van. It turns up in the oddest of places that girl's not supposed to be. Henshaw and the other docs say security's my business, but how am I supposed to guard the areas I'm not allowed into? It's their job to keep her in there. What's her name again? Annie, right? I feel sorry for her, being kept indoors all day. She came into my office asking for a teddy bear, saying her friend keeps hiding it from her, that she's always being teased. Also, I didn't know she had a sister. Dead, apparently. There's so much stuff I don't know about. All I do know is that little Annie gives me the fear. Sorry, willies. It's late, Diary. My pen must have slipped. But I'll leave that. Later, Diary. Now what's interesting is that these logs that I've written have been slightly edited for various reasons, which is fine. I guess this level itself has been edited to fit with the story I have written. So it's kind of like each different part of the story, each different part of the design slightly accompanies the other parts. Okay, that door's locked. So yeah, hopefully we won't encounter any bugs this time. I think because it's a total conversion, a lot of stuff has been changed, I imagine. Here we go. A lot of stuff has been changed, which basically means that there's errors in the engine. That was the case with, or at least in my experience, with stupid rat. With Todoa, which was a very heavily modified Jim Kirk Notes 1. Recently I've been thinking a lot about the experiments we're doing on Annie. Something tells me that psychotherapy alone won't work. What she's experiencing is a problem that lies beyond the mind. I'm aware that the mind is a powerful thing, sometimes stronger than the body, but when she gets angry, she has the strength of 10 men. Her powers must come from somewhere else. This is like The Exorcist, you know. That film with Linda Blair as a little girl in it. I forget the name of the character she plays. Anyway, Annie's like the actress playing at Possession. The director yells cut and she's all smiles while he fetches another bowl of pea soup. At times she's so normal. I'd swear the whole thing was one big joke if it weren't so impossible. Now, I won't really say much about the logs, because that's for you lot to figure out, but in terms of the design, it's creepy enough, but one of the problems that I and a few other players have had is that they're all the rooms look a bit similar. I mean, I know it's going for a realistic look, but because all the corridors look the same, it's kind of easy to lose yourself. That bear diary, I swear it's got hold of me. I found it again, at the entrance tunnel on my way into work. Night shifts used to be a pain, now they're terrifying. Something weird happened to me. After I picked the bear up this time, something that never happened before. I was walking back across the car park with it in my hands. My vision blurred and I felt dizzy, as if my blood was being drained through my eyes. And I heard this whispering, like the bear wants out. And there's a pattern each time I find it. It's further and further away from the building. I'm not going to drink before a night shift anymore. So yeah, I mean, this is my second time playing it, which unfortunately means that I know some of the scares. I know where some of the moments where enemies, or rather scenes, jump out at you. It's those empty rooms. And the other empty room. And I believe there was another air vent to get into. So yeah, the original intention behind this, well that's the, I don't have the key for that yet. The original intention behind this playthrough was to test the fear, to test how scary it was. But now I guess this is the second time round, that original mandate has kind of gone out the window, unfortunately. I do quite like the hand interaction. I mean, it is a bit clumsy, but it's a nice idea. You know, the fact that you're actually holding two things in your hand. A gun and a... That's not right, I need to get to the air vent, the other air vent. This game is all about air vents, as I've learned. Okay, so back this way. But yeah, it's a good idea. Everyone finds different things scary though. It's difficult to go for a universal horror. You know, something that everyone might be scared of, which is done to death. I've been there. See, this is what I mean by wandering. But yeah, something that's been done to death becomes no more, it doesn't scare you anymore because you kind of know the conventions. Okay, well I need to find this air vent, but... Well, let's just go across this way then. So yeah, my intention is to play this all through at once. Hopefully I'll succeed in that, because it's unfortunate that... we're right here again. Let's just go back round that way that we were at before. Okay, so back this way. There was a second event somewhere nearby. I'm back through the corridor of rats. I suppose the rats are there to alert you to the presence of the air vent, because you can hear them squeaking. It is kind of annoying. I know a lot of players have commented that... Die rat. A lot of players have commented that the air vents are a bit obscure, because in the original Jedi Knight, unless you had force jump, and even if you did have force jump, getting up there would be really difficult, because obviously Cal would just bump his head all the time. Now we need to find that other air vent. Is it somewhere here? Back a bit. This way? No, that's us getting back into the realms of the concrete corridors, or the grey concrete corridors. This way? I seem to remember it's somewhere nearby here. Here it is. I suppose there's a flashing light that kind of indicates, but because when you play a game that's based on Jedi Knight, you expect the conventions of Jedi Knight. You know, when you see a slashable grate, you slash it with your lightsaber, that kind of stuff. Okay, this might just lead us back to somewhere that we've already been. Oh no, somewhere new. I won't read all the logs. Yes, Paddy Hotter, I get it. Batteries. Yeah, here we go. Generator room key. Well, there's no point in me quick saving this game, because if I do quick save it and I reload, I'll just, you know... battery. Okay, generator room then. And in we go. The bathroom. Oh, and the female toilets. Oh, those are weird. Those are quite nice toilet 3DOs. I say that. Don't know who made them, if Zero or Edward, who made those. The annual review of the DarkSeeker project is just days away. It's like I've been transported to the future where every day is the same. I felt like this last year. Back then I gave the investors an eyeball whose only visions were through a rifle scope. The purpose of our research was to see if man's visions could be permanently adjusted for weaponized telescopics. I handed them that eyeball, and they took it as if it were a chocolate cube. And that was the last I heard of it. Who knows, maybe our research is being used in the field as we speak. This year I decided the science team returned to the orphans. One in particular fascinated me. A young girl of 10 years. Bad luck seemed to follow her everywhere, like it was a curse. Why do I, a man of science, talk of bad luck and curses? Because they sell well. If we could somehow control the events surrounding Annie's day-to-day life, we may be able to put the stopper back on the bottle of that genie, misfortune. Could that be a reference to Fallout New Vegas? No. At least I didn't intend it that way. But the whole point is you can make of the logs what you will. Okay, back this way. And let's go to one of the generator rooms. Or both generator rooms. What I might also do is comment in the project's download forum on the hub, on JK Hub, with some additional thoughts. Things that are better articulated in words rather than on a video. In a forum post, that is. Okay. I think the generator noise could be more emphatic, because it's very difficult to know exactly, you know, if it's been turned on or not. Well, that's obviously not working yet. I think we might need to use both. Now if I can remember where... Ah, here we go, the fans. So I remember from the last time we played it. That's the Jedi Knight object. And the battery. And the other generator is active, which means we can now get access to lower floors. I guess posting a video of a horror game is somewhat redundant, because, well, one, it kind of spoils the horror, I suppose. Is it as scary watching a game as it is playing one? I don't know. But when you're commenting, I think it's more, you know, you're losing the sense of isolation that these games require, particularly games which don't have massive enemies. I mean, there are some horror-based games which do have many enemies, like F.E.A.R, as much as a horror game that could be called. But yeah, the sense of isolation is somewhat broken by me yammering on. So, I don't know. Play the game yourself, but watch the video. Obviously. You are watching the video, right? And I'm not just talking to myself. Skeleton. And skeleton key. And a gun. Perfect. Okay. I mean, I kind of knew all this stuff anyway. That's all activated now. Okay, let's try and open up some other doors. As far as I remember, there wasn't too much on this floor that was necessary. But my memory doesn't always serve me correct. Library of some sort. Yeah, another thing about posting a video twice is a lot of the things that I said first time round, when I first of all discovered them, I'm probably not going to say. Like, I remember those books. This is just a jogging of my memory. Those books. One of them reminded me of a book from Resident Evil 1, or objects from Resident Evil 1. Don't know if that's going to be relevant, but, you know, it occurred to me then. It doesn't really occur to me now. Freud is all our fathers. In discovering the unconscious, Freud becomes all our fathers. I see two ghosts here, the ghost of Annie's dead friend and that of Freud. He was on my shoulder last night. My son, he said. He was referencing our shared practice of psychoanalysis, you see. Be mindful of your id. My wife remains in Japan while I work here, and I've had to fight the filling of the gap left by her absence. Last night, after work, I was chatting to some of the secretaries. They were heading into the college where they study, to something they call rock night. Some music concert of sorts. They asked if I wanted to come along, but I had to deny. In compensation, I offered them a thought straight from the laboratory of science fiction. What if we could make clones of ourselves and tap into their experiences when we send them about their duties? Their response was in silent smiles. They saw it was a step too far, a scientific slipping of the id. So many of my single friends have found love this summer. They can pretend with me no more. Now I turn back to my work and my wife. Every time we turn to the mind, we turn back to Freud's grave, the totem of our collective father. Just shot the TV screen. Let's put the gun away. Okay, so well, there's the case history files, which we'll maybe just leave for the moment. CDOS1. Okay, so anything else on this floor? Well, obviously these need to be opened. I don't think there is anything else on this floor. But I think we can go down to the next floor. The next floor down. Kind of been all in here. This is weird. Case history. I'll leave those. How are you supposed to... Are you supposed to push fire to quit everything? Because I always attack. That's why I fired the gun into the screen. Which would have been very dangerous in real life because the screen would have exploded. Because those screens have a vacuum in them. And when they explode they make a rather large noise. Okay, well maybe we should just head back to the elevator. Whatever that is. And go down another floor. Oh, hang on, look. Is there a generator in this room? On this floor? Maybe there is actually. Yeah, it might behoove me to find it and activate it. Well, that's the way back up to the stairs, so we don't have to go that way. As soon as you see one of these gates, you know you're on the right track. Well, you're making progress in some way. Here we go. Generator room. Perfect. Okay, well that's that part done. And can we go down to the next floor? Yes. The arms are weird. I mean, I know that they look quite interesting in terms of interacting with the environment. It makes you feel more like a vulnerable human being. You know, 'cause most of these games you have just a gun on. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's go back up to... I think there's another elevator somewhere we can take them. In fact, there was an elevator back there that should now be active. That's it. Yeah. The question is, will it take me down to the next floor down? Yes, it will. Yeah, the hands are weird. They're affected by the gravity of the game, I believe. Door doesn't open. The guy doesn't speak in this game, which is quite interesting. That would break the immersion.
They have two here, so I heard them laugh.
It's quite difficult to hear what they're saying. I suppose that kind of adds to the mystery. Jim Kirk. Was man meant to go into space? Were we meant to explore the stars and seek out alien life? If it's our destiny, we've missed the boat on that one. E.T. is just going to have to find some other race of fat, dumb apes. We can't afford to go into space now. Not with the problems here on Earth. Global terrorism, the environment, the financial crisis. Everything looks so hopeful in the 20th century. We made those trips to the moon because we said we could, to tell whatever's out there to save us a seat. But now it's a lost dream. Maybe the human race is in decline because we didn't make that contact, and what it was is long since gone. We're past the peak of civilization, regardless of its aim, that's for sure. Ah. Child's drawing. Well, that's us back here again. Oh, that opened that door from the other side. Okay, good. I'm glad you don't have to push space at every one of these doors, or activate every one of these doors. Mr. Tibbers. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that thought that it was Mr. T. These are the... yeah. Ah, battery. Oops. These cameras denote the different floors. It's quite clever how it works out your name from your profile. I mean, I guess that only happens for certain people. Yeah, that's a place I've never been to before. In the last playthrough I never got down to the bottom floor. But I think I know how to do that now. Now, is this the way I went before? I believe it was. Yes, it was, because that's the office of that guy. You want to go this way. I suppose, is this game supposed to be played in one sitting because it's so buggy? Because that was a problem that happened with Todoa. The author admitted about Todoa. He said it's best to play it in one sitting because it's quite buggy. But, I don't know, ironically enough, I actually got through Todoa using the save system. I activated the save system again, and it worked fine. So, you're going to have a very different experience. A randomly different experience with that one and with this one. I don't know, it's maybe just because I like to save often. But of course I don't need to save this time. This is like our room. Okay, that's nothing in there. The qualitative analysis of American cultural influence on Japan. I'm beginning to think I was hired for ulterior reasons. I'm writing a paper whose title is the same as that of this diary entry. Professor Reiner asked me to present my work at the annual review of the DarkSeeker project as a theory of young Annie's behaviour. The Onryo is a mythological figure from Japanese folklore, a female ghost which seeks vengeance on the men that wronged her. Reiner asked me to read Annie through this folklore to explain the constant bad luck she brings on us. Are we the men that have wronged her by keeping her here? Is her revenge our results? She keeps telling me that she's always losing her teddy bear, Tibbers, and it always turns up in places no man could have put it. Last time it was in the satellite dish on the roof, and only the maintenance crew have access to that. I don't know. Reiner's theories about the Onryo are shaky at best, but something else is at work here. Is Japanese culture being preserved by America, or is a dead Japan being resurrected by American analytic reading? Okay, now I remember there's the bear on this floor somewhere you have to pick up. But finding that room is difficult. And amounts basically just to guesswork. I mean, I can understand why they disabled the map, the auto map, but still, here we go. August 4th. That bear. Dear Diary, why is it that I always find it in the darkness? Diary, I'm so alone. I see it everywhere, in every corner. It hurts when I see it, and when I close my eyes it appears before me. It's calling me, in a young girl's voice. It's like Annie's, but it's not her. It wants out. It wants back. Ah. And here it is. Looks kind of weird, but...
Have you seen Mr. Tibbers here?
Okay, we can't go that way.
Have you seen my teddy bear here?
Now the bear actually hurts you if you keep hold of it for too long. So now we have the bear. Does it actually kill you if you hold on for too long? I never worked that out. I don't really want to find out. We can't get down to the bottom floor, I believe. Let's put the bear there. That's what I put it last time. For those of you who've watched this before, I apologise that you have to watch this again, but, well, bugs. Now, from what I remember, there's supposed to be another series of air vents that takes me up and into another part of the facility. This is a less natural playthrough, as I said, because I kind of know what I'm doing. Kind of. Not completely, but kind of. Now, I thought there was like... Yeah, there's another set of air vents somewhere, but I just can't work out where they are. I mean, were they here? Ah, here we are, yes. I mean, there's no way to tell that one. Like, the other one had a flashing light, and there was ones that had rats squeaking in them to give you some kind of a clue. This gives you no clue. Now, this must be the door that opens to here. Yeah, because that door was locked before. Right, got you. So, what's in here? Ah, stairs down to the bottom floor. So this is how you get through. What did she say?
I can't find you.
Ah, you want me to bring the bear?
Where are you?
Fair enough.
You told me I'm scared.
I'll bring the bear. If I can find it.
I don't know where I am.
Well, I don't know if I know where you are either.
I'm not saying anymore.
I'm probably going round in circles. Hang on a minute, this is right, yeah.
No. You took care of everything. Let's do this.
Or is this even right? Am I going the right way? Here we are. Now, if I can remember. Is this right? This way here? Yeah, that's right. Hey, sounds like Kyle. Hang on, this isn't right. Well, let's just go through the air. Oh no, we can't because we've not got the... Yeah. Where did the bear go? There it is. I threw it through the door. It's bizarre. Okay, so where is it again? I mean, there was a door that couldn't open before that now is open. And I have no idea. Is it here? No. It was a double door, I'm sure. I mean, ironically enough, the only way I'm going to be able to find it is by going through the air vent. Is it this way? Nope. See, this is what's frustrating. It's like you go all the way around here. Ah, this is the way. Because remember it was opposite that hallway. Okay, which way to go then? This way? I've got the bear on this floor, so should I bring it with me, I suppose? Kind of annoying I have to bring it with me, but I don't know if I have to, absolutely. This is a part I've never been to before, so unless you've completed it, your guess is as good as mine. Barrels. Ah. So this is the bottom floor, isn't it? Right. Okay, well that's another generator, is that it? Perfect. So that must mean we should be able to use the big lift to get right down there. Because this is not a place that I couldn't get to before. Let's see if it actually goes all the way down. Nope, still get stuck. Okay, that lift is just broken all the time. Fair enough, we don't need it. Okay, this is back this way again, and I have no idea where the bear is. Oh, there it is. I've been that way. And I've been that way as well. That's so confusing. And I think I've been this way too. Yeah, there's those barrels again. Just kind of wandering around. Okay, so at least we've activated the generator. That doesn't work. So there must be another generator then. What about this one here? Okay, it's broken. So there's no actual other way around here though. More case histories. Ah, they're 2 in 1. Yeah. Oops. What's this here? Yeah. This is the quote from Carl Jung again. I like how all the notes are different. Like some of them are on computer, some of them are written. The writing is different in each one in terms of... this is interesting. Ah, so there's an underground canal. That's interesting. Now is someone going to jump out of these crates? Are we actually going to get an enemy? Well, if so, I've got a gun. Ah, skeleton. And a key. Entrance key. Aha. And a wrench. Oh. Can I use the wrench? Or is it just a... Oh, it's an item. This is a wrench. Okay, well we have the entrance key now. So does that mean we can just... walk out? Seems too easy. There must be some sort of a catch. Well, this... the catch is the elevator doesn't work. But I'm sure there's another catch. Oh, this one. No, that one doesn't work. Okay, so I have the entrance key, so I can go back that way. But... Shall I bring the beer? Yeah, why not? I'll bring the beer as well. I'll be nice and take the beer out. Ah, more computers. Funny if I threw the beer away. The shadow of her sister. There's another type of ghost that I hadn't considered until now, the Albanji. For the Gullah people of West African origin, it's a ghost of a dead fetus. It haunts those that it believes are responsible for its death into conceiving it again, so it can try and get itself reborn. I've looked over Annie's medical documents that were mailed to us from the state orphanage, and it appears that she had a stillborn twin. I know this has nothing to do with my paper for the shareholders, but still, when psychoanalysis can't get to the truth, what else do we have to go on? And another case history. Okay, well, we've been there, so all we need to do is find wherever it is, our way back, upstairs. Is it this way? I've got a feeling I'm going to get terribly lost again. Well, that's not right. Because I remember passing those crates. But this just takes us back into the room with the elevator. We don't want to go that way. I don't get why, unless there's another generator somewhere, why not activating that generator, why activating that generator doesn't automatically activate the elevators, you know. Okay, this way maybe? Yeah, here we go. Up the stairs, and there should be an elevator somewhere. That's where we got the bear. This way? Don't know. Yeah, this is right, isn't it? Well, there's an elevator. That doesn't work. But the other elevator that does work is nearby. Here we go. So we want to get to ground floor. And then walk out. If it is indeed that easy. Now the entrance was this way, wasn't it? You got your bear.
If you don't come with us, I'll kill you.
Oh, so there's a fair. Well, I finished the game, but I don't know if I completed it properly. I mean, I had the bear, but I threw it away at the end. A Zero Raven production of Edward Cognitive Hazards. Ah. These are the cast members. Basically, Zero and Edward. Will I get a mention? Yay! Darth Stewie Story Dogs. Ah! Spiral does some of the objects. And more textures done by other people. Very special thanks to all the JK Hub and Misasi members who keep Jedi Knight running. I think that's what that said. Well, there we go. That's that. I hope you enjoyed. This is Lizard Jeans.